Silksong.
No!
Silksong.
It's real!
You there, sir, or madam, or whatever. Do you want to see someone poorly recap and beat Hollow Knight, or at least one of its endings? Well, you're in luck. I had a week before Silksong releases to beat Hollow Knight. And I did. Or at least 60% of it. Please enjoy. Starting off, I have previously played a bit of Hollow Knight, around 3 hours, but I made nowhere near as much progress as I have in the 3 hours on this day. I mainly stopped playing because I decided to wait until I got a controller, as I didn't like how Hollow Knight felt on mouse and keyboard. Once I had my controller, I didn't really start playing. I forgot and just started playing Night Rain. Sorry. But anyway, the first hour of gameplay was a breeze. I was already familiar with what I needed to do. I talked to the old guy, met the miner Mila and stayed away because I'm not that type of YouTuber, killed a big guy, met my goat Hornifer, met my other goat the last stag, met a baddie, killed a bigger guy, the false knight, and got the
Milk Blast.
All of what I've seen so far is mostly what I saw during my first playthrough using mouse and keyboard. It was now time to delve into the new, the things I have not seen or experienced in Hollow Knight. Hunter? I hardly know her.
You mean her over there?
Oh, hey Hornet, what's up? Shortly after beating Hornet, first try by the way, I was soon met by two ball handlers.
Welcome to the underground!
Using the funds I stole from the ball handlers, I quickly bought out the shop and headed to more of the unknown. But in that unknown is when disaster struck. Carrying almost 1,300 geos, I died twice in a row without getting back part of my soul, or whatever this black thing is. Now, I honestly anticipated this type of system, given that when you die without collecting runes in Night Rain, you also lose them permanently, but it was still a frustrating loss. I was broke, and had to grind to open a goddamn bank account. So, I went around and murdered the local wildlife, getting enough money to open a checking account, and to open another station for the last stag. After an interesting interaction with a very lore-important character, I decided to end playing for day 1, hoping to be just as productive for day 2. Day 2 started off with trying to figure out what to do. I knew I needed to keep exploring, and I thought that finding the mushroom biome would be a good place to start. I spent the next 30 minutes trying to track down the mushroom biome from the fog canyon, which did not work. I'm sure there is a route, but I just didn't find it for some reason. My friend Isaac was in the call watching, and asked if I explored enough of the Forgotten Crossroads.
Keep exploring, fucko.
When I got there, I suddenly realized that I did forget, as I tackled the single mother Gruz, remembering that this was actually the first boss I fought on my playthrough with mouse and keyboard. I soon met Salbura, a charm lover, and Sly, a charm shopkeeper and Dirtmouth that somehow ended up down here. After interacting with a big lady and a little guy, I faced two large mushrooms. Man, this game loves putting two of the same characters with the same moveset against you. I sure hope this doesn't happen in a future fight.
I was then diddled by the sweatiest, most bitchless, unemployed creatures this planet has ever seen.
After my very first try, which is definitely not a lie and didn't take me multiple tries, no, not at all, I explored more and acquired more charms, trinkets, and actually put money into my checking account that I earned, unlike in real life. So far, my experience with Hollow Knight is great. It's a nice game about exploration, piecing together the past, and what happened to the bugs that inhabited this diverse environment. I'm really enjoying the game, and getting better at it with every fight and interaction. On to day 3. Day 3 started off with exploring the Deep Nest, a genuinely scary place to be with the amount of enemies that just pop out of the ground. I decided shortly that I had enough of that, and on the way out, I met the Moss Prophet. I might have killed his followers, so my bad. Shortly after I spent some money, I decided to continue exploring the right side of the fungal wasteland, where I stumbled across a large statue. This, as you may have guessed, allowed me to enter the City of Tears, where I soon got to witness an awesome cutscene with the lovely Hornet, who simply yaps about whatever and ore farms before leaving. After getting a map from my goat, I decided to spend more time in the city, wondering what lore I would uncover. I stumbled upon the Soul Sanctum, facing a mini-boss and this stupid teleporting enemy. There seems to be a lot of souls roaming in this area. Maybe a large swarm of death or genocide happened. Maybe it's related to the infection that's going on. I sought for more answers, but instead, I had to face the Soul Master. This fight was honestly pretty cool. Oh, that's a lot of bodies. Oh my, that's a lot of... It took me a couple tries to get him down. However, oh my god! Every time I had to walk back to him, I had to deal with these goddamn teleporting schmucks! I swear, what's keeping me back from putting Hollow Knight so far in my favorite games list is the amount of small, little annoying things that the game throws at you. Things like precise spacing with jumps or just hitting things, having to walk all the way back to the boss, and with that, just a bunch of little annoying enemies. I know, skill issue on my part, but it does feel like sometimes I am wasting my time playing the game simply because I just didn't know the boss's moveset before my first try fighting the boss. Regardless, these are nitpicks, not anything that would ruin the game for me. I really am enjoying Hollow Knight. Well, at least there's no annoying enemies in the gem mines. God damn it! It's official. I'm stuck in Crystal Peak. I can't possibly go back to where I came, and there are some sections where I need a lantern to traverse safely. But, to get a lantern, I need to get out of here! I was stocking up on money and started to worry about losing it all, like another time. So I decided that, like any progress made in this game, I would simply have to keep exploring. I found myself fighting the Crystal Guardian, a simple fight that took me 2 tries because I just didn't get the timing right on the lasers for the first time. After that, I found and consumed the Crystal Heart, unlocking a super dash that allowed me to cross gaps too far from my current moveset. Using the super dash, I escaped Crystal Peak, acquiring a lantern and getting much needed money from the grubs I've been saving, which then I used to buy more charms. The lantern and the super dash allowed me to explore more of the Forgotten Crossroads, leading to the fight against the brooding Moloch, which took me only 2 tries. Continuing my journey, I circled back to Crystal Peak, deciding to explore more of the area. I picked up Descending Dark from a trapped snail shaman, and soon stumbled upon the graveyard, where I learned about the Dreamers and the Vessel. They politely sent me to the Dream Realm, where I was greeted and encouraged by a moth to essentially keep doing what I was already doing this entire time, but with a Dream Nail, which basically allows me to read minds. I soon woke up to the Seer, who informed me that I needed to bring essence to her to restore the Dream Nail's power. To do this, I would have to find either these trees or beat up warrior dreams, where I essentially make infected dead bugs realize that they were actually infected and killed innocent people, and not the other way around where they were innocent and they killed infected people. I fought X-Row? I think that's how you say it. The tutorial boss, essentially. No Eyes. And Elder Who. Whatever. Who was there. Yeah, he was there. I mean, it was pretty easy. And I found all of these guys with the help of Isaac, who guided me to each location. I explored a little more, found the False Night Dream fight, and decided to end the day there, as I just wanted to take a nap, honestly. This day was probably one of the most productive days yet of gaming, as I achieved a lot. I first explored more of the city and found the Nailsmith, repaired my old rusty nail to its original lethal form for 800 doubloons. I then ventured to Relic Seeker Lem, who I realized after some research, and definitely not just Isaac telling me, that he actually bought the Wanderer's Journals and Hollowness seals off of you, and he did not sell them. This is not the guy I sell stuff to.
Yeah, it is.
Velmi Artz.
That was his menu to sell stuff.
Oh, this is selling! I thought it was I thought this was buying. I just didn't read. I didn't read. So, let's just say your boy was carrying some fat stacks in his pockets after that interaction. On my way to spend and maybe save some of my money, I found a whispering root, collecting some essence. I headed to Dirtmouth, requiring another mask piece and getting the third and final piece for a vessel, which allows me to store more soul, or
Milk.
I shortly used the Dream Nail to find out that Sly misses some people. Isleria was some sort of combatant and calls her husband corny, making her even more of a baddie. And Brada quite possibly may be down bad for you. Yay, Mask Shard. I honestly do find it quite cute that she keeps a little doll of you, though, not gonna lie. Heading back into the city, I entered the Royal Waterways, where I found the Fluke Marm, the apparent MILF of this game, according to my friends Isaac and Luca. This boss was a headache, and to beat it you essentially turn your brain off by giving yourself thorns, running yourself to do some tanking, and just start bouncing on it. Pause. Defeating the MILF gave me an alternate spell, which honestly it's kinda ass. I don't know why I used it for so long. Crawling through the sewers, I soon found the upper middle class, who was Emilicia, a renowned bug among the upper caste of Hollownest. Needing some dust to clean off that rich atmosphere, I went deeper underground, finding another whispering root. I then went deeper, fighting 2 mini brooding Mawwicks and acquiring some pale ore, which when taken to the nailsmith, allowed for my nail to become even deadlier. With this new nail, I went exploring again and found Cornifer in the Royal Waterway, who gave me a map which helped me find the Dung Defender, one of my favorite characters and fights in the game. He is one of the 5 Great Knights, which is probably why he's so awesome.
No.
After a wonderful fight, I went into the Royal Waterways to find Yzma's Grove, which gave me the power to swim in the Blaha Blast, or the acid. This ability, along with my personal skill in this game, would help me find Nail Master Shio, another whispering tree, the map for the Fog Canyon, and the place where Monomon the teacher rests. I entered her research facility, fighting Umu? There's too many names in this game, they're just weird. With the help of Coral, who definitely did not carry this fight. Nope, not at all. It's not like I could hit the giant jellyfish unless you use a nail, but nope, not at all. I soon found Monomon floating in a vat, preserving herself so that she may keep the seal intact to keep the hollow nest safe. But it now must be reversed. Coral slowly takes off his mask, revealing it to be Monomon's. You enter the dream world, pulling out your nail, doing what needs to be done. You come back into the real world and look at Coral with a blank expression, knowing what you have done. He reassures you, acknowledging the burden that you carry, and he sits down, finally resting with his age catching up to him. You stay with him for a bit, looking forward to the next day. I took a short break from Hollow Knight, as I had to move into my new apartment for college. And in general, I was really busy things with like the club fair, shopping for furniture and groceries, and then assembling the furniture and, well, eating the groceries. However, I did manage to play a bit, and I beat the Watcher Knights and killed Lorene the Watcher. Now, I don't have footage of this, as I accidentally set up OBS wrong, leaving it to just record a black screen with just audio, okay? But trust me, I did beat them, okay? Trust me. Didn't cheat, didn't do anything like that, okay? It was the last day of playing. Or just, well, one day before Silksong. All I needed to do to beat the game, or at least get one of the endings for the game, is to kill the last dreamer, Hera the Beast. I saw her icon deep in, well, the deep nest, so I decided to enter arguably the spookiest part of the world. I explored deeper, finding a whispering root and dealing with these cowards. I honestly kind of like the fact that to kill them, though, is like you just basically just ore farm and then wait for them to attack and then just attack back. I soon met the mask maker, and I also met some lovely gentlemen that invited me to sit on this nice cozy bench in a distant village. It was a little dusty with some cobwebs here and there, but surely nothing bad would happen. Hey, no, stop. I was trapped in the beast's den. I assume I must face this fearsome beast in a battle that will truly test my skills and patience. it will be of great magnitude. Maybe Hera isn't just lying down and sleeping. Maybe she is so powerful that she is standing and waiting for me to arrive. Our battle will be legendary. Well, I guess it's time to open up the Sentry Egg, I guess. I mean, you know, from that, I guess, I don't know, this final boss fight will probably just be, like, hard. I mean, I hope I can beat it. It's like, what a... I know it's not the true ending, I know it's only 60%, but I genuinely felt a swell of emotions after beating the Hollow Knight. It feels almost depressing and a bit melancholy to know that all your struggle, battles, and many burdens that you had to take on were for people still living in this broken world. You sacrifice yourself, your life, both in the real world and the afterlife, to not only let the people living here have a better life, but have the people stuck in limbo finally rest. You carry the burden of three dreamers who gave up their lives both here in the real world and in the afterlife to protect the world they love. There's a lot of lore and context I'm probably missing, but even so, I have never had an ending wrap up a game so well. This is truly one of those times where an ending made the game better. I'm motivated to find out more, to dive myself deeper into the lore of this silly bug world. Maybe I should try to complete Hollow Knight in its entirety. I don't think I have anything else to do.